Punch-Out! It's one of my favorite game series of all time. Every entry is filled with so much personality with really solid gameplay to back it. Committing to playing and beating a Punch-Out game is like signing a document given to you by Mega Satan that states you will be the new Sisyphus, doomed to fight Soda Popinski for the rest of your days. Just as one must imagine Sisyphus happy, one must imagine a Punch-Out player's pure joy when they finally beat the final boxer. That's right, all of the Punch-Out games are extremely difficult, requiring precise reaction times and an extra pair of undies so you can change out of the pair you just shat, because this is how fast the game expects you to react to a triple uppercut. So basically, no liberal sissies allowed, you hear? Keep your soft hands off that controller, brother. One of these Punch-Out games, however, has been left to be mostly forgotten. In fact, I bet you've never played it before. Super Punch-Out. Super Punch-Out is a very weird entry in the series. First off, Little Mac, who is the main character in every Punch-Out game, is replaced by this mofo who apparently is Little Mac, but we all know he's some kind of skinwalker. Secondly, the power meter. In every other Punch-Out game, if you hit a boxer during certain lucrative moments, you are rewarded with a star. You can use said star to unleash a star punch, dealing massive damage. In Super Punch-Out, the star system is removed and replaced by the power meter. When you land punches, it fills up, and when you get hit, it drops down. Once full, you are free to unleash as many mega ultra super duper punches as you please, until you get hit. Now, while there is a little bit of a split in the community when it comes to the super meter versus the star system, I personally really like the super meter. It rewards good play, while also not having you need to find specific moves you can counterpunch to get a star, which if you don't know from looking it up on the internet, will take you a while to figure out the star punch timings. This makes the game more accessible to newcomers, and being able to use as many super punches as you want leads to really interesting aspects of the game, such as the Dizzy Meter. The Dizzy Meter is a secret mechanic where if you hit a boxer fast enough times, they will go into a dizzy animation, and if you super punch them with the right timing, they will be knocked down instantly. During casual play, you will very rarely see this mechanic in action, but in speedruns this mechanic is absolutely crucial. Meet Zallard1, probably Punch-Out's most well-known speedrunner. He is responsible for so many world records across all the Punch-Out games. He is truly a legend amongst men, inventing revolutionary strategies and being well known for his ability to speedrun Punch-Out while blindfolded. Seriously, I implore you to watch some GDQ VODs of Zallard speedrunning blindfolded. It's genuinely impressive the amount of skill this man has. Punch-Out is well known for its incredibly unique and interesting characters, such as the Italian boxer Pizza Pasta. Yes, that is his actual name, and no, he's not the only one named like this. Super Punch-Out's characters unfortunately lack a lot of screen time as there are no rounds in the fights, meaning there are no intermissions with dialogue from the enemy boxers like in the other entries in the series. All we get is what they say right before the fight, and if you lose to someone and rematch them, they'll have something different to say, usually them being a fart head and shit-talking you. So, are Super Punch-Out's characters as interesting and, well, racist as Vodka Drunkinski? Let's find out.
Gabby J!
Yay!
Let me win. I've lost so many times. I forgot how winning feels.
Fight!
Gabby J is your first fight, replacing Glass Joe as the usual schmuck you have to face before getting into the real game. His only win is against Glass Joe himself, which earned him a diploma from the Glass Joe Boxing School. Why someone would want to learn boxing from someone with a record of 1-99 is beyond me, but hey, it's very clear Glass Joe and Gabby J have a real love for the sport, seeing as they both lost 99 times and never gave up. The world record for beating Gabby J is 6.26 seconds. I managed to beat him in 6.41 seconds. Moving on though, you upgrade from beating up a wet Kleenex to beating up a fat Canadian who goes by the name Bear Hugger.
Bear Hugger!
Hey, watch out, bot, I'm a killer. I'm the Bear Hugger, eh?
Fight!
First appearing in the arcade version of Super Punch-Out, he has been a staple in the series ever since, only failing to appear in the NES Punch-Out because of hardware limitations. He is well known for being friends with the bear and making a sound. Yeah, that one. A little bit of a pump-a tip for you guys: when he taunts you like this, hit him with a left body jab. After that, try hitting him in the face. He'll block it, but he'll do an attack that you can easily duck. Bear fact: did you know that bears have their own preferences for fish? Bear Hugger also boxes you with a squirrel that has tiny little boxing gloves and Wii's Punch-Out. After you beat the game, Bear Hugger says that apparently someone can beat him in 17 seconds. Well, Zallard beat him in 12.92 seconds, and I beat him in 20.22 seconds. Yeah, I sadly wasn't able to beat him in 17, as it requires you to hit him in the stomach before the animation of his taunt even starts, requiring super precise timing.
Ball! You'll be down for the count with one punch from my bull charge. Yes. Fight!
Bald Bull has the most video game appearances out of all the Punch-Out boxers. He's even in the weird Punch-Out spin-off called Arm Wrestling, appearing as Mask X, who is kind of built up in the game as this mysterious adversary who gets revealed when you beat him, but with very little inspection you will be able to tell that Bald Bull is the one behind that mask. I personally believe that Bald Bull was originally meant to be the poster boy of the Punch-Out franchise. As, like I said, he's in every entry, he's the only character from Punch-Out who made it into arm wrestling, and he's on most of the box art for the Punch-Out games. He is well known for his signature move, the Bull Charge. He leaps back and charges right at you, and with a well-timed punch, you'll be able to knock him on his ass instantly. Bald Bull is one of my personal favorites, and it seems like the fandom also shares my love for this character because people be making fan cams of him. I can't play the audio on this one in fear of YouTube shooting me, so my recreation must suffice. You wanna get in my world, get lost in it. Boy, I'm tired of running, let's walk for a minute. Promiscuous bull, wherever you are, I'm all alone, and it's you that I want. Promiscuous bull, you already know. Anyways though, in Super Punch-Out, Bald Bull is a lot easier to fight than he is in the rest of the games. He doesn't block as many attacks, he punches you slower, and he doesn't repeat the ball charge until you're down. I personally dislike this drop in difficulty for Bald Bull, as I see him as one of the harder Punch-Out fighters, and I believe he should be kept that way. The world record for beating Bald Bull is 8.24 seconds. I was only able to beat him in 27.56 seconds. Yeah, the further we get into the boxers, the harder it is for me to come close to the world records. Fighters should start requiring things like frame perfect counter punches in order to beat them in a ridiculously low time. And sorry guys, but I don't have that dog in me.
Dragon Chan!
You will find yourself face down when you wake up.
Fight!
Dragon Chan is the first boxer that really messed me up. He is a very random character, being able to either heal himself, mega heal himself, or do these kicks in quick succession. He also jumps in the air to do this ultra super duper kick, which I will not lie, took me a while to understand that the first jump he does isn't actually an attack. If you're not careful or just don't land enough super punches in the early stage of the fight, Dragon Chan can and will stretch the fight out to be really long with his heal ability. In Super Punch-Out, the boxers have some sort of coach in the back that will tell them to do certain moves. This becomes a lot more important later on, but Dragon Chan's coach speaks in Chinese, so you have no idea what move is coming. His character clearly takes inspiration from Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan, and I honestly really like Dragon Chan's design. The world record for beating Dragon Chan is 7.30 seconds. The best time I could get is 40.16 seconds.
Mr. Sandman! Had your good night kiss? Cause I'm about to put you down for the night.
Fight!
Dreamland. Afraid. Mr. Sandman has always been a scary fight in the Punch-Out games. No matter what, you can always rely on his Dreamland Express to fuck you up good. Much like Bald Bull, Sandman has been made easier for this Punch-Out game, however that doesn't mean he's an easy fight overall. You still have to dodge the triple uppercuts, and you still need good reaction times. After you knock him down twice, his corner man will say, "Give him full power now, champ." That's when this fight goes from baby goo goo gaga mode to Hitler mode. However, Mr. Sandman's fight is very straightforward with no randomness. So once you beat him once, you should be able to beat him consistently. In case you're wondering why a character with the name Sandman talks about putting you to sleep, his character is based on the Sandman, which is a mythical creature who spreads his magic sand on children to put them to sleep or bring them dreams. The world record for Mr. Sandman is 13.13 seconds. My best time is 38.77 seconds.
Aaron Ryan!
Your wimpy little punches won't even faze me, lad.
Aaron Ryan is a very interesting guy. He is the spiritual successor to Pizza Pasta in the sense that he can grab you to regain health. He will always try to grab you after a super punch. Pump a tip. Right after you super punch him, watch his arms. He'll do a little twitch, and if you gut punch him right after he does this, you'll be able to stun him and super punch him again. This makes Aaron Ryan laughably easy. He's kind of just a normal dude in Super Punch-Out, but on Wii's Punch-Out, he becomes a lot more colorful. He just blatantly cheats, all while shit-talking Mac every chance he gets. I love it. The world record for Aaron Ryan is 8.45 seconds. My fastest time is 26.09 seconds.
Mad Clown!
Welcome. Now let's get to the show on the road.
This motherfucker. Mad Clown marks a point in Super Punch-Out where the game goes from hard but fair to hard but fuck you. According to the game's manual, Mad Clown was originally an opera singer. However, he abandoned this career path because of a nervous breakdown he had. He instead decided to join the circus, but the monotony of doing the same juggling routines night after night and being forced to drive a car that was much too small led him to taking up boxing. He will juggle and throw 6 juggling balls at you, each one doing a lot of damage, and he can backhand you like it ain't nothing. After 2 knockdowns, his corner man will tell him it's showtime, and from there he goes all out, sending out 3 rapid punches before one of his other more powerful attacks. The world record for Mad Clown is 9.01 seconds. My fastest time is 43.69 seconds. Nice.
Super Macho Man!
Make sure to stand clear while I post my fans, Mac.
Super Macho Man. Super Macho Man is the biggest shitpost Punch-Out has ever released. I mean, come on, just look at his Wii intro.
Are you ready? Cause I'm gonna put on a show.
He is once again an easier fight in Super Punch-Out than he is in previous games, but not by much, I'll be honest. Here he uses less ordinary attacks and more one-hit knockdowns. On top of this, he has his dreadful exercise programs. Exercise Program A, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the head. Exercise Program B, 1, 2, 3 to the chest. Exercise Program C, afraid, 1, 2, 3 uppercuts. And the way you tell which one he's going to do is by looking over at his dumb asshole corner man, which takes your eyes off Macho Man himself. Suffice to say, it takes some practice to get the hang of his exercise programs. He is one hard-ass fight. The world record for Super Macho Man is 9.43 seconds. My best time is 51.41 seconds.
Hi, Carlo!
Please, sir, take it easy on the poor old man. I want you.
Hoy Carlo is the oldest boxer across all the Punch-Out games, being 78 years old. He also uses Kung Fu while fighting you, making him the most unorthodox boxer as well. He mostly attacks with his wooden staff, with kicks thrown in here and there. This is incredibly illegal as it's supposed to be a boxing match, but hey, Punch-Out boxers aren't exactly well known for following the rules. His name is Chinese for twice cooked pork, which is pretty neat, although I don't really understand why. The world record for Hoy Carlo is 8.35 seconds. My best time is 43.82 seconds.
Rick Ruger! My better might be champ, but only because I let him win. Really, I am the best.
Rick Bruiser is the second to last fight in Punch-Out, being the twin brother of Nick Bruiser, who is the final fight. He claims he let his brother win, but we all know he fibbing. Although I personally find his fight to be harder than Nick's, he will sometime jump in the air, completely stunning you before sending out a one-hit KO attack. He can also just disable your arms, which is complete caca-doo-doo. On top of this, whenever you super punch him or counter punch him in a certain way, he will quickly come back with a jab, which takes some time to get used to. The world record for Rick Bruiser is 10.65 seconds. My best time is 1 minute and 7.12 seconds.
Nick Ruger!
Nick Bruiser, the final fight of Super Punch-Out. You fought his brother and now it's time to fight the real deal. Like his brother, Nick can incapacitate your hands for a short period of time. He seems to take boxing more seriously than Rick, which is reflected in his no-nonsense fighting style. He is undefeated, having a record of 40-0. However, an issue of Nintendo Power said that Glass Joe's one cannon victory was due to a freak accident during a fight with Nick Bruiser. Despite this, Nick's record in Super Punch-Out is still 42-0. 0. Most likely because it was a freak accident, so they didn't count it for him, but let Glass Joe keep his win. Nick is a seriously hard fight that requires your full attention. The world record for Nick Bruiser is 7.52 seconds. My best time is 1 minute and 18.56 seconds. So that's Super Punch-Out's boxers. I intentionally left out a handful of them just in case anyone watching wants to try this amazing game for themselves. Overall, Super Punch-Out is amazing. It's my favorite Punch-Out, and I only have a few small itty-bitty gripes with it. This is why I'm giving it a Pumpa score of 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good day.